Ahoy YouTube model building community. It's the Lazy-Eyed Modeler again, and this is a post-Christmas edition of Toss the Sprue, or as it's known up here in Canada, the day after Christmas is known as Boxing Day, which in the end becomes kind of like Black Friday, or another edition of Black Friday, where everybody's trying to spend their Christmas money all in one day. We haven't really left the house today, and I haven't done any online Boxing Day sales, so we're not a part of it. First up, I would like to thank everybody who commented on my Merry Christmas video. It was great to hear from so many of you, and I sincerely appreciate it. It means a lot to me that a lot of you watched it and commented. And one comment is, yes, I could have gotten I could write to CT and offer to buy a hat for Herman back there, or I'm sure he'd be good enough to give me one. I I really wasn't trying to get one, actually. I was just being tongue-in-cheek, so to speak. I tend to forget sometimes that I can't tease on YouTube like I do in person. Most of the guys that I hang around with and taps kind of know when I'm being a tongue-in-cheek or being a smart-ass or whatever. For some reason, I've decided that CT is such a cool guy that he can take me ribbing him. I shouldn't make that assumption, but I keep doing it. And saying the thing about the hat for Herman back there was just a poke at CT. Yeah, I'm not really looking for a hat, and I figure if I ever go to Atlanta, CT's going to take me out behind the building and tune me in a bit. You never know. No, I don't really think he'd do that either. But anyway, enough of that. Thank you so much for those of you who commented on the Christmas video. It did mean a lot to me at this time of year, and I really did appreciate it. I thought I'd share some of the gifts I got for Christmas. Now, this, except for one item I'm going to show, it I think I may have mentioned this before, but we kind of do. My wife and I both have our own hobbies. She is a spinner, of wool and other fiber material. And she also does rug hooking, and she's quite into the rug hooking at the moment. And she does crochet and other things. But we tend to buy stuff throughout the year, and especially with me, if it's more expensive kits or stuff like that, sometimes I kind of just go here, put this away for Christmas or my birthday or whatever. And then it kind of comes back and surprises me. My birthday isn't long after Christmas. And so, within a month or so, I get kind of all the stuff back. But with my memory, I tend to forget what it is I hand it over, and it's still a surprise when she gives it to me. And she says the same thing when she gives me stuff and I give it back to her. It's weird, but it just gives you something to open at Christmas, and we still manage to sneak fun stuff in there. One of the things that she got me that was a surprise, and I forgot to bring it out here to the shop to show in this video, is a little, like a little broom and a little dustpan with a handle. I guess she's tired of me complaining about all the stuff I lose under the desk. And she comes in and I'm crawling around on the floor trying to reach it. And she thinks that'll help, hopefully help me with some of that anyway. So that was pretty neat, and it was a surprise. So I'll show you some of the stuff that came as Christmas gifts, so to speak. There's 4 kits. The first one is the Bree Datsun, which is a pretty cool kit. Has a detailed engine in it, and cool graphics. I love that era of Datsun 240Z. I have one of the original releases, which was the Giant Killer Peter Brock's, which is a white and red combination without the blue in it. It's kind of old now, but I can use this one as a template. I tried building that one when I was much younger. It's an original release, and it's kind of a disaster, so I can help use this new kit to help me strip that and rebuild it, and maybe I can build both at the same time. Another kit that came up at Christmas was the Starsky and Hutch Ford Torino. A simplified kit, but from the builds I've seen, it looks like quite a good representation, either just as a plain Torino or if you want to do the striped tomato. I think I'll probably do the striped tomato because I faithfully watched Starsky and Hutch back in the day. So I was really excited when I heard about this one, and I'm excited to have this kit and look forward to building it. There's the Gazoo Racing TRD 86. It's a 2013 rally car, and it's a Toyota 86 two-door coupe. I like both this and the Subaru version of this car, but I just like the graphics on this, of the silver and the black and the red, and I think that's just a cool car, and I'm looking forward to working with this one. And the fourth kit, which, pardon me, for you that know me, is I'm basically a car builder. I have the odd plane and Star Trek stuff around here. But as far as military, basically what I find interesting is the soft side stuff. I think that's what they call it. And especially gauze vehicles, because from that time period, because they're basically Model A Fords. And this is basically a Model A Ford bus. It's a gauze 0330 mod 1938, but I bought it because it's basically a Model A bus, and it was just too cool to pass up. It's a pricey kit, so it's kind of why it went in the stash to be shown up as a gift, but I couldn't resist it. There again, I look forward to working on this one of these days. It's not one that's going to be coming up soon, but hopefully sometime in the future we'll show a build of this. And there's a couple other things. I'm pushing away with my chair, so I'm getting further away. There we go. When I was down in Toledo, Bill Coulter was there, and he was selling the Directory of Model Car Kits with Price Guide 1/24th, 1/25th scale, 5th edition, and he signed it for me, which is cool. Now, this was going for a good price at the time because the 6th edition has come out with a more updated price guide, but I'm going to use this. I've mentioned in videos in the past that I did a database of my model kits, and I used the price guide that I have. I'm not going to jump up and get it, but it's probably 1st or 2nd edition for pricing and whatnot, and it's nice to have this one. I'm going to be able to update my database, and it's just such a good reference material. If you ever have a chance, pick up from Bill Coulter if you're at a show, or he publishes often with his address in Model Cars or maybe even Scale Auto. So keep an eye out for that and contact him. I'd highly recommend it. Another thing I got, we were at a auto parts show in Toronto at the beginning of December, and one person that's always there is a bookseller that specializes in automotive books. And one of them caught my eye, and since my wife was with me, I said, hey, that would make a good Christmas gift. So here we go. RVs and Campers, 1900 to 2000. And there's some neat stuff in here. Just really cool, great big motorhomes built on 20s and 30s truck chassis, and little rigs, and Volkswagen camper example. And there's just a lot of eye candy in here, and a lot of building possibilities, scratch building possibilities, and whatnot. So I just thought it was so cool here. Just show a quick page in there of some of the stuff that's in here, and I think it's just really cool. Whether I'll ever get around to building anything from these. I don't know, but it was just too cool a book to pass up. And in the Classic Car magazine by Hemmings, they recently had a write-up on Airstream, which is also extremely cool. So, and last but not least, out of the gifts is something I wasn't expecting. It came from my niece that I mentioned in the Christmas video, Suzanne, and her brother Alan and her sister Marie. And it's a Star Trek, a ceramic Star Trek mug, travel mug with a plastic lid on it. So it'll be great for bringing out here in the shop, especially once I'm retired, to have a nice big hot cup of tea. And the really cool thing is on this side, you can sort of see the outline of it, but there's the Enterprise, the Starship Enterprise, and when you put hot fluid in there, it actually, I guess, turns white and appears. I haven't tried it yet, just got it, want to watch it first, and maybe we'll do a demonstration, who knows, but it's really cool. For tonight, I just have my Diet Coke out here. And the last thing I want to do for this edition, toss the sprue, since we're already into 11 minutes, is a couple of shout outs, and I don't know if the first one, whether I've done it before, but it's really worth it. Go check out Kirby Hughes, KIRBYHUGHES. He's a great model builder. He posts on, I think, Spotlight Hobbies board, and I think he's also on Model Cars, but just really cool building. And he has a YouTube channel, and he has his 2015 review up, and it's some beautiful models there. So if you haven't subscribed, go check him out and subscribe to him. And I also want to mention my friend Alex from TAPS. He's an engineer, and he's built his own R2-D2, and he's a great F1 modeler and Ferrari modeler and science fiction modeler and whatnot. And he's also experimenting with 3D printing. And so if you go check out Styrofoam Guy, STYROFOAM, and then GUY, go check out his channel. He's got some experimentation he's been doing with his own 3D printer. And he also now has a review of a couple of the Snap-type Star Wars kits on there. So just go check Alex out at Styrofoam Guy and see what he's up to. Okay, so we're into almost 13 minutes, so we better end it there. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. I hope you're not suffering too much as a result from over-imbibing or overeating. Overeating, no, I know I did anyway. I don't know why we do that every Christmas, but we all seem to do it, eh? So we'll end it there. I hope before the end of this little holiday break is over to do a little project summary, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, long enough. We'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.